Good morning everybody. So with today's video, let's do a decant review of the latest from Azzaro. No, it's not Chrome, but I did talk about that one. But today is going to be the Most Wanted Intense. This was a shocker of a fragrance because I was expecting something completely different. This was launched this year in 2024 class as a Woody Aromatic. Now the classification is a little bit different because the notes themselves are very basic. There are only 3 notes. Top is going to be bergamot, the mid is going to be lavender, and the base is going to be moss. But according to Fragrantica, there are liquor notes or alcoholic notes to it. On Parfumo, there are only the 3 notes that I listed. For me, what I personally get is in the opening, you do get a lot of bergamot. The bergamot is crisp, it is zesty, it is bright, it's very energizing. But the lavender comes in very quickly. I mean, like, they're kind of like duking it out to see who's coming up on top. And in the end, they just kind of like decide, you know what, it's a draw. Nobody's going to win because it's just heavy in lavender and bergamot. In the base, you're still going to get that lavender. So maybe the lavender in the long run, beats out the bergamot. But you don't really get a lot of the woods. Woody Aromatic. That's what I'm talking about, the classification. There is maybe a slight mossiness. But here's the weird thing. On my skin, I get this sweetness. Now, I don't think it's my skin chemistry because I'm naturally a salty and sour individual, but I get it, you know, dad joke, I'm cringe, I'm at that age. I'm also a try-hard. I own it though, and I know it. But I do feel like there is this, like a semi-sweetness to it. Maybe that's the bergamot and the lavender together, but overall, it's very mass appealing. It's easy to wear. I could see this being a bit of a compliment getter. So if you're looking for compliments, and just because I did state that, does not mean it's going to get you compliments. No fragrance is guaranteed to get you compliments. Gotta state that if you're new to this channel, I'm one of those guys that just keeps it real. None of that bullshit, most complimented videos ever, okay? I'm never gonna do one of those. But I could see this garnering you maybe a few compliments because it's so fresh, so mass appealing. There is this very pleasantness about it. This for me kind of reminds me of when you're entering the fragrance section of a department store, whether it's the Hudson's Bay or if it's the Macy's in the US or Europe. I don't know what Europe would have, or even Asia. But you know, when you're entering that fragrance section in a major department store, that is what I feel like this is. That's what I feel like I get. I personally enjoy it. It's not original though, but I do like it. However, I gotta state this. Even if this goes for $20, $30, I am a cheapy kind of guy. This is one that I'm just not gonna get. Plain and simple. It's just something that I personally feel like I don't need. I do like this fragrance, but I don't like fragrances that are dominated mostly with lavender. And I did state that it's bergamot and lavender, but it's very lavender heavy. You have to like lavender in order to really like this fragrance. There's just something in it that makes this very appealing on my skin. So it's got to be the bergamot and the lavender combination that maybe adds this sweetness that I'm perhaps liking a little bit extra. But this is more of a spring and summer scent. It's an everyday fragrance. School, I think it's solid for work, for the sake of wearing a fragrance. And I will also state this. The bottles themselves from the Wanted line are in the shape of a, what is it, a gun chamber? See, I'm not familiar with guns. I don't like guns, I will state that. But it just comes across as very youthful. The lineup itself might cater more so, might attract, I should say, the younger guys out there. But the smell itself is ageless. I gotta state that. Some fragrances, I see a lot of people say, wear what you want at the end of the day, including myself. I just feel like some fragrances, sometimes when they're overly fruity or overly sweet, they just might resonate more with the younger guys out there. But if you're an older guy who likes that type of DNA, then you wear it. But as well, you do have those fragrances that have some like mature notes, such as like, let's say, clary sage, herbal tones of, let's say, basil, rosemary. maybe lavender, which this does, like your barbershop type of fragrances. Sometimes those come, Tom Ford, Beau de Jour. Perfect example out there. Another one is going to be Rochas Mustache 1949 Original. Very mass appealing, but it has that older gentleman's take. That's what I mean by it has that mature feel. This is just ageless. It's not going to appeal more to the young nor the old. It might appeal more to the young just because of the shape of the bottle. That's all I gotta state. Performance on this was not bad. Mind you, this is a decant, so with a bottle, it might last a little bit longer. I got about 4 hours with this one here, and I was actually testing this one out when we had a bit of a warm spell. So it's actually November 2nd right now. Last week we had a nice little, I don't want to say heat wave, but it was in like the early 20s, so like the 70°F, which was really nice. So I was able to wear some of these fresh fragrances for the videos. But overall, I think that this is a pretty solid fragrance that has been done before. I gotta state that. I don't think it's not gonna move a lot of numbers. And if you're looking to get this one here, wait till it hits the discounters. That's all I gotta say. So guys, that's my quick little take of Azzaro, the most wanted intense. So a bit of a mouthful. And I've been trying to record a few videos this morning, alright? So any other videos that I've done from this brand, they will be down in the description box below. If you like this type of content, if you like the honesty, because I will always be honest on this channel, please leave me one of these. It does show YouTube and the algorithms that you'll like this type of content. What videos to watch next? Well, you know, because of this is Azzaro, if you want to see a top 5, might have been a top 10, and a smelling rate, check out right here. So thank you for your time, take care, and I will see you later. Thanks for watching, everybody.